Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to Ask That Podcast here on YouTube. Whew. As of recording, this is the newest issue of 42nd Street Pete presents Grindhouse Purgatory issue 19. Just $10 sleeves for the summer. Now I try to pick up every issue of this as they come out. Sometimes I fall behind. And this one, decent issue. So let's see what we got here. Published twice a year. 55 years ago, all these films are considered shit. The good, the bad, and ugly. Okay. We got a list of people who've passed since the last issue. You know, Tiny Lister, Bud Cardos, James Hampton, Buddy Colt, Killer Tim Brooks, Mike Henry, Yaphet Kotto, George Siegel, Harry Darrow, Gregory Sierra, Cloris Leachman, Hal Holbrook, Richard Rush, Giannato De Rossi, I'm guessing, Felix Silla, Tempest Storm, Monty Hellman, S. Clay Wilson, Frank Moran. A chat with George Seminaria. Was I was a Teenage Zombie and Spider University. I've seen Spider University. You got the interviews in these are usually fairly well done. This was a decent one. The Acclaimed Career and Wildlife of Joe Spino. This is a good article by John Reaver. Joe Spino, Maniac, and everything else. Last horror film. The Flesh and Blood Show exposed by Mitch O'Connell. The Legacy of Death Wish by 42nd Street Pete. All about Death Wish. And that's weird. The Death Wish films, I saw them a lot as a kid. Yeah, wasn't that big. Now I love them. I've got all but, I think I'm missing part 5. And all the other films are kind of ripped off Death Wish. Miss 45. A Knife for the Ladies. Jack the Ripper Goes West. Here's an oddball piece of Grindhouse sledge. 1974 is A Knife for the Ladies. Released by Bryanston. Bryanston. They sound familiar? They did Deep Throat and Texas Massacre, and they're a mafia company. The Death Collector. New Jersey mob movie with a twist. Fulci's The New York Ripper. Oh, man. Great film. Scouts. Bruno Mattei's Lost Spaghetti Western. I thought this was the Fred Olen Ray film, but no, it's a Spaghetti Western by Bruno Mattei. I gotta check it out. The only bad thing about this magazine, when I get through reading each issue, there's a pile of movies I want to see. A little bit about Cleve All, who died in 2021, by Dr. Rhonda Ballman. Armed Response, Fred Olen Ray Goes Grindhouse. I've never actually seen that. Walking Tall, which I just saw again for the first time in quite a long time. It seems like every time I see it's airing on TV, it's a remake with The Rock, which is not bad. It's decent. The original is such a good little film. And it aired on like Epic's Drive-In channel, I think it was. And I recorded it and was like, hey, I'm gonna watch this. There was, 3 of those in the original. Extreme Prejudice. Directed by Walter Hill. Nod to Peckinpah. The Island, a $22 million Assault in Paradise. The beach party genre. Beach blanket bingo. I remember seeing these as a kid. I mentioned this before. One of the local channels we got. I remember when we finally started picking up channel, and they go, oh man, Turf Channel 15. They broadcast stuff. Holy hell. You mean we get 5 channels now? Well, 6. Because we got 2 ABCs. Oh man, I remember the outside come on. I was in, first or second grade. Come on, oh man, I got another channel to watch. And they would show on Saturdays, this channel ended up becoming the Fox channel when Fox got on the air, and then them and the NBC affiliate switched. It's an NBC affiliate, last I heard. It's like WPMI out of Mobile. But back in the day, they were an independent channel. On Saturdays, they would show movies, and I think they just bought chunks of movies. For 2 months, you see the Blondie movies on Saturdays, or Blondie the comic strip, or kung fu movies for a little while, or blaxploitation. They got the Frankie and Annette Beach movies. And my mom, it's the only one she wanted to watch. All the rest of me and Dad would watch them on Saturdays. He'd go do shit in the morning out in the yard, take her, say, come in, I want to sit here having beer, watching a movie. And we'd end up watching, shit like, Frankenstein versus the Space Monster, Shaft, or Superfly, or Monkey Fist versus Dragon Claw, or shit like that. Mom would actually watch it now because I can remember seeing these, and then it was not that long afterwards that Back to the Beach came out in theaters, and we actually went and saw it. The Toy Box. This is one of those I'd never really even heard of by G.G. Graham. Ghoul Scout Zombie Massacre by Dr. Ronan Baldwin. Phantasm and Phantasm Comes Again. When American porn superstars seduced 1970s Australia. I've got one of these. I never watched it. The Wrath of God, or Mitch and a Machine Gun. Robert Mitchum. Oh, man. Late Night Noir, Shack Out on 101 and Day of the Outlaw. So it covers a lot of really good stuff in these. Don't Open the Window. This movie is cut to pieces. Living Dead at the Manchester Morgue. This is one of those I'd never seen until a few years ago. Before I even got a Roku or anything, the Blu-ray player we had in the living room would connect to the internet, and you could do Vudu. And Netflix on that one. I didn't pay for Netflix. I had Vudu and I had YouTube, and I'd sit there and watch stuff late at night, and they showed this free on Vudu. It's let's see, considered the first Night of the Living Dead ripoff. This is about Pete, I'm sure, because they don't have a name on it. This film's best known about 15 titles is The Living Dead at the Manchester Morgue. Titles are Let Sleeping Corpses Lie, which is what I think I saw them. Breakfast at the Manchester Morgue and Don't Open the Window. Hallmark release who gave us last title on the left, picked this up for distribution, and hacked about 10 minutes out of. Because they had success with Don't Look in the Basement for you to change the title to Another Don't. It's not bad. It's a Italian or Spanish zombie movie, not bad. Post-apocalyptic Grindhouse. I love me some post-apocalyptic shit. And the New Barbarians, 5, The Day the World Ended, Panic in Year Zero, 1990, Escape the Bronx, I think that one. After the Fall of New York, Striker, The New Barbarian. The World is Wrong, an interview with Andres Jones. And other stuff this company sells, like the script with storyboards from Night of the Living Dead 90. 42nd Street Pete's Gunfires of the Drunken Master 3 book set. A whole bag of crazy. The 42nd Street Pete book. I have a copy. I got in touch with Pete. It's earlier this year. Oh, shit. And I know Pete's into wrestling. There's no wrestling in this one. I'm surprised. And I sent him something I'd written, a wrestling piece I'd written, about a documentary that Fred Olen Ray and David Friedman had made. And I was talking to him, and I mentioned it to him. I was like, hey, I know you're a Gary Hart fan. He's like, yeah, have you read the Gary Hart book? He goes, no, I think it's like $400. I can't afford that. So look, there's an ebook version of it floating around. It's like the first draft of the book. But it's the full thing. I'll send it to you. Okay, cool. And I sent him a couple of, 10 minutes later, he sent me, what's your address? He goes, I want to send you a copy of my book for hooking me up with this. So he sent me a copy of his book. And I read the first chapter, and I got a couple other books in that got moved ahead of it. But Pete, if you are watching, I am reading your book, and I will have a video on it sometime before the end of the year, hopefully. Well, I have it filmed before the end of the year. But as of filming right now, we're in early September, and I've got all of October done, and I got enough stuff ready for November and December. I have no, but Grindhouse Perfect. Check it out. If you like genre film anime, it's $10. Now, I've been told if you order these through Amazon, Pete don't make shit. But if you order directly through Pete, just Google 42nd Street Pete, you'll find he's got an email address. I think it's like Grindhouse Purgatory gmail.com. Order from him. It's going to cost you a few bucks more because of shipping. But Pete actually makes some money off of it. And as far as my article I sent, I don't know when that's going to be published. It might be in issue 20, it might be in issue 21. I know a lot of people send stuff in. So who knows? Hopefully it gets published. If it doesn't, it ain't no big deal. But I'm out, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, all the other bullshit. Talk to everybody later. Bye-bye.